Hey guys, let's take a look at this game with Rooster. This is the rematch. So yeah, we get some nice packs here. I think Fortified's good, Giant's good. Probably Fortified's a little bit better. But Giant we can get like a free Vulcan. Might be able to get the unlock the boats, stuff like that. So we just go with the Giant here. And yeah, we just kind of place our units here. I think we go for so we go for the hounds first because we see he's got I mean the hounds first just allows us to get the fire. I mean the crawlers could have been also good. I don't think it matters all that much, but I just felt like the hounds we would be able to get fire online a little bit quicker. All right, so we skip and we go straight into the phantom race. Enemy now goes for more mustangs. He's mass mustangs. And we're probably just going to get torn apart here. Fast forwarding this because this isn't really super critical, like what happens the first two rounds, because we do the same thing every first two rounds. We go for the fire instantly. This allows us to get fire online without having to invest in any technology. And I think what we want to do here is we just probably want to build some more Phantom Race. And that's what we do. We sell out of the Stormcrawlers because we're thinking that's going to be useless. Now, Rooster is very smart. He goes for the Hound Extinguisher immediately, not knowing that we were going to pick the Incendiary, but it should have been obvious that we picked this. So he already has a counter. So this is a pretty tough situation here for us. Like our one thing that can kill his Mustangs is now countered. But our Phantom Rays numbers are starting to build, and we do get a little bit of fire here. If we could just connect this fire, we might be able to clear out some Mustangs in the back, and we do. It looks like we just don't have enough to clean up everything, but yeah, it's we're starting to come back from the really bad first two rounds. So get some unit drops here. Phoenix could potentially be good. Farseer, you would imagine is good, but the problem is missile interception technology will render the Farseers useless. The Phoenixes are probably good. The Rhinos with armor could be good, but if he starts putting down like boats or something, or Raidens or something, the level 1 Rhinos could die pretty quick. So, anyways, we decided to go for the Farseer just because we don't see the anti-missile technology quite yet. And yeah, we just keep going for more Phantom Rays. We have the oil already, but now we need a way to ignite the oil. And okay, it's just speaking, the missile interception technology is here. But the Farseer missiles actually fire like they're so tanky, the missiles, that the Farseer missiles almost still get through. And they end up actually wasting a lot of the anti-interception technology on the Farseer missiles. So it's not a horrible thing. We're not putting any techs on it. And now we have a way to light the oil. It costs us nothing to unlock because we're giant spec. So it's like getting the Vulcan for free almost. And we decide, okay, let's just double down. We'll throw down some more oil. I mean, it's only 150 for the spell. It might come back off. It might come up, back off cooldown. Now, what Rooster does is he puts more chaff in the front. So now, the fire that we have initially, it kind of goes on our side instead of his side. It really delays the fire significantly. It's a brilliant move. It's pretty common, but it's a very standard move. And we somehow get ignition here, so this is great. Everything is finally burning. And it starts looking like this is going to be maybe the beginning of a comeback here. Might be able to win our first round. And that is exactly what happened. So we start winning now on round 5 or 4. So we go for the laser sight, put it on the Vulcan. Hey, it's like getting, range for free. And now we just go for burst because we see the missile interception technology. Get another Vulcan here to light more fire. And opponent goes for the fortress. I guess the fortress is to defend against the Vulcan. And we also go range here. So we get extra range, at least on this one. Now hopefully we'll be able to burn through the hounds. That was what was going through my mind. Like, once we burn the hounds down, there's no way he can stop the fire. All right, so yep, these Vulcans, they're doing a lot. They're focusing on the hounds. Once the hounds are done, then the fire can kind of spread. We still need to wait for the second volley from the Phantom Rays. But the Phantom Rays have burst now, so they're able to, take down the forts pretty easy. The forts do make contact with the Vulcans, so they do their job as they were intended. Because these forts, they don't have AA. They're not meant for the Phantom Rays. They're meant for the fort. They're meant for our Vulcans. It looks like we get another round here. So 2 rounds in a row. Things are starting to look pretty good for us. All right, unit drop time. So obviously the opponent goes for raiding instantly. He could have also considered the marksman, but generally the raiding's better, especially if there's fire on the ground. So for us, we just go with the melter. We end up selling it. And we level up our Phantom Rays. And we just keep going more Phantom Rays. Just easy as that. Because we don't know he's going to go raiding quite yet. If we knew he was going to go raiding, we might consider the Wasps. And now we go for the shield technology. So now these are triple tech Phantom Rays. The shield is great into the Raidens. It allows them to survive multiple shots. Fire is lighting, except for here. Enemy Raidens have fork technology, which apparently is the best technology for the Phantom Ray initially. It's better than the chain. But the Phantom Rays start, hitting the target. And, yeah, this is going to be quite a lot of damage to Rooster this round. So things are turning around in a very good way, I'd have to say. All right, looks like Ion Blast gets offered, so we probably both have to pick this. Not sure about Rooster, but we pick it. The Raidens are amazing to use the Ion Blast. And, it's also really good to use the Ion Blast against what we have here. Slow-moving Phoenix, everything's in a line here. So now we decide to put the fire down right behind the Hound. So even if they clean the fire, the Mustangs should be dead behind them. And we also get fire here for our chaff. All right, so we start borrowing. We get speed, so we run out of this iron beam quicker. We actually upgrade the both Vulcans. Get 2 shield bubbles. And we just keep throwing down more Phantom Rays. It's as easy as that. Just keep building more Phantom Rays. Now we don't even need the dogs, so we start selling the dogs. Just to build more Phantom Rays. Alright, so let's see if this round can go as good as the last one. Everything's on fire. Looks like it's not enough to kill our Vulcan, which is great news. This ion beam is doing okay. It only got that one Raiden. I was looking to get 2, but our aim wasn't that good. This looks like a huge round for us. There's so much left over. And everything is on fire for Rooster. So now Rooster is on the ropes here. Yet another drop. The Wasp is offered. Rooster instantly picks it. We just go for the Scorpion and we sell it because now we're trying to end the game here. We don't want to play mirrors. We don't want to do anything. We just want to put a War Factory in the very front. We go for armor. We go for photon. And yeah, we're just going to end the game right here. We actually even have some additional money. We could even build a crawler in front to act as chaff. Rooster goes for the Wasps with the double tech for anti-air. This is a very good play. He continues to elite recruit more Wasps. So this is his transition, and this is exactly what he needs to do in order to beat this kind of air army here. So we go for range and we go for speed. This is what we do to end most of our games. And we're expecting to win the game right here and right now. We had a rough few rounds in the beginning, but you know everything got so much better once we built more Phantom Rays. And it looks like the War Factory is still has most of its health, but there's a slight problem. It's like we don't have any air units left for some reason. Now, I'm wondering if we put the War Factory like not far ahead enough, or like maybe we shouldn't have clicked speed in the temp tower. But I mean, the whole plan of the War Factory was the War Factory is going to tank all the shots from everything, and then our Phantom Rays are going to come in from behind to clean everything up. But that's not what ended up happening, and we have a huge round now for our opponent. So things are starting to get out of hand now. That's not what we expected to happen. We were expecting to win, and now things are starting to, you know, get very, very wishy-washy here. So what are we gonna do? We trust in the War Factory, so we trust that if it didn't work, you know, more War Factories are probably better. So we end up just going for 2 War Factories now, selling out that one, going for 2, and we'll put it in a different position just in case we see a melter here or something. It's a pretty common tactic to do this, but I still think it is worth doing. Now, interestingly, the Raiden goes for ionization, which is great into the boats, but it does reduce their attack overall, I think, on the Phantom Rays. Or it'll be kind of close, right? Because 70% of their attack, 70% of the HP of a ray is like 7,000 versus, you know, their original damage, which is only 3,500. So perhaps the ionization is actually good into the Phantom Ray as well. But no matter what, it's designed for the factory, and yeah, it's devastatingly effective into the factory. The factory is no longer able to serve its purpose of tanking. And there's just too many Wasps left over. These Wasps are just like absolute Phantom Ray murderers. And it looks like we're going to lose another round, and I think that's going to be game. He's got too much here. Yeah, and unfortunately, yeah, we lose. So, I mean, this was a very disappointing game because we had the game in the bag, but I just don't understand how the War Factory, how that first round of the War Factory, like how we ended up losing it. So let's go back here and actually figure out what happened. So we'll take over the game. And we'll do the same thing here. We'll just get this, we'll sell out, go for the War Factory. As a giant spec, we unlock the War Factory for free. And we won't put the crawler in front. And most importantly, we won't click speed, because the whole point actually of the War Factory is for it to tank. But if everything runs up, like he's gonna put his wasps here, so the wasps are gonna like move forward and then they're gonna attack the War Factory. But if the Phantom Rays move up fast enough that they actually get like within 30 units of range, then the wasps actually don't lock onto the War Factory. They lock onto the Phantom Rays behind it. So I think that is what actually happened. It's not. Um, it wasn't actually that the War Factory was a bad play. It was just that we click speed when we shouldn't have click speed. So let's just see how this goes. All right, so everything here is locked onto the War Factory. These corner sides are still attacking the Phantom Rays, but the Phantom Rays are kind of able to overpower, at least on this right side. We lose the left side here. The center side is still tanking. And now our right side is going to start cleaning up everything because everything's locked onto the War Factory. Even this side is going to still lock onto the War Factory before they get to our remaining Phantom Rays. So now let's just watch the Phantom Rays clean up everything. Okay, so actually we still end up losing this. Despite us not clicking speed. All right. I'm going to use this nifty feature to try that again. Let's see. So we're going to stick with this War Factory play here. So what did we forget to do? So we sold out of something. All right. And we went for this and this. Oh yeah, I think we just forgot to borrow, right? Or we upgraded these Phantom Rays when we didn't need to upgrade the Phantom Rays, I think. And that might have been the issue. So maybe we just throw down some missiles here, or yeah, maybe let's just throw down some missiles. That's usually what we do with the Phantom Rays. Actually, these missiles aren't going to hit anything, are they? Because of because of that. So yeah, not quite sure here. But let's just see what happens. Maybe let's move this over like here. So more stuff here, like we can kind of get 2/3 of the board. And let's hope that the missile hits, but I kind of doubt it here. Yeah, so no, missiles don't hit. We probably should have went for like maybe an attack upgrade or something. But let's look at this angle here. So now 2/3 of the army is concentrated on the War Factory. Finally, everything lights on fire. Looks like we continue to win this right side. Is there any Phantom Rays left here? There's still some Phantom Rays left over here, so this is quite okay. Doesn't look like any of the Phantom. Doesn't look like any of the Wasps are shooting at the Phantom Ray. It's only the odd, like electrical shot. But we're almost running out of Phantom Rays here. Okay, so we end up winning that just slightly. And let's try this again using the Wasp. So if we decide to go, let's say we know he's going to go in Wasp, and he's already got the Raidens. So why don't we just get into the mirror, right? I mean, it makes a lot of sense. You could sell out of maybe this guy. And maybe elite recruit. So this is probably the safer play. This is something that we probably would have done, like maybe, if we weren't going to go for the War Factory, like pre-War Factory days. And you know, the reason why we didn't go for this wasp right away was because we're thinking, well, like, you know, he does have all those mass Mustangs, but the Mustangs actually, they don't have AA spec. They're not actually designed to attack the wasps. Unfortunately, we lose a tower here, which, you know, might be a fatal mistake, but maybe we'll still have enough to win here because most of his army's gone. All right, so that ends up winning in a lower amount. All right, one more time. Let's try that War Factory play, maybe with a crawler in front instead of the chaff that was completely useless. We're putting down the oil at the same spot every single time just for consistency. Let's go for the pack of crawlers. All right. And we have 100 left over. Maybe we just go for the attack upgrade. And yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. Let's just try it like this. This is pretty much exactly how it was originally, except for we didn't click speed. So this is the exact configuration. We've got the crawler in the right in front. So we win this side very convincingly. Um, there's no air units left over here, but this this war factory was looking very, very healthy right now, and we're about to take a tower. We lose a tower, which is kind of concerning. We don't want to lose our air army here because we have nothing else to fight. Oh my goodness. You know, the time I played this previously, you know, we were able to actually win here. So I think what we need to do here is actually, I think what we need to do is actually move that war factory over a little bit. So we'll go for the crawler. Put it here. $100 left over. Guess we go for the attack upgrade. Come on. This is just not sure why this mouse is just having so many problems here. Can we move this crawler pack up a little bit? There we go. Do the oil again. And we'll just go for the attack. All right, so let's move it from here to here. And let's see what difference that makes. The most crucial thing here is that we didn't click speed, I think. This oil hasn't ignited yet, which is kind of bad. Now this is looking like, I don't know, a trillion times better. Holy crap. Is this for real? I mean, we had everything the same. We just moved it over slightly. And is this like 2k damage almost? Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. Moving it just a little bit over. So what we had it here, And it looked like even without even without the speed, we still end up losing by a little bit. So if we move the whole thing over here, then we win by like 2,000. But it's also important, I think, to put that one crawler pack in front. And looking at that last round, so now if we know he's going to do this, like if we knows well, actually, we don't know he's going to go ionize, right? But let's say we know he's going to go ionize on the last round. Then is there anything we can do? Quick cooldown. Yeah. Smoke bomb. Yeah, let's just skip all that. I think we have to sell out. It's a huge loss, but it's getting into something that we're not going to be able to, utilize at all. We have 0 wasps, and it might be a little late to build wasps, I think. So what do we build that can kill the wasps? Do we build forts? No, because of this. But I mean, forts could be tanky, could tank for the wasps, right? Or do we just build mustangs? Given how much money we have, like we need the best possible kind of like DPS into the air units. And I think the only option is going to be the mustangs. So let's just see. Let's just go this. Let's do this. Not sure if we want to upgrade the Phantom Rays anymore. Probably at least want to get this. I want to go for another technology here like this. Isn't it just better to go like this? Or yeah, it's way better, right? So oops. All right, well let's just click it anyways, and I don't know. Let's just I guess we upgrade something here. We upgrade one of these guys. So let's just see how this goes. Yeah, something's wrong with this mouse here. I have to apologize, but we can see that this is actually working. Like, it's like, wait a second. This is actually working out really well. So, yeah, maybe that 30% like defense is actually not too bad either. So, yeah, it's not enough to kill Rooster, I think, but certainly better than what happened here. Yeah, so we could even recover the last round with this pivot. Now, I've always said to trust the War Factory, and, I still will stand behind that, but I feel like if he's going to click ionization, you can't no longer trust the War Factory, right? You just have to give it up. Even though we spent 600 resources and technologies and the, efficient maintenance for that one, the upkeep for that one round, that's 800 resources down the drain that we'll never see before. But him clicking this ionization might actually be bad for him. Like, it may be like a negative DPS overall into the Phantom Race, maybe. So, anyways, like, this is just to show you that, okay, we lost fair and square to the Rooster. We almost had the game in the bag, and just I think it's just a very minor positioning error, and the reason why we're having these issues, I think, is because I think the main problem here actually is the Phantom Rays are like getting into the fight before the Wasps lock on to the War Factory. Look at the distance between this Wasp and like a War Factory here. And then look at the distance between the Phantom Ray and the War Factory. Like, it just needs to go here. Once it's 30 meters away from the War Factory, the Wasps are going to lock onto the they're gonna lock onto the Rays instead of the factory. So, I mean, look at this distance and look at like this distance. It's like triple the distance. So, I think now knowing this, I may want to consider putting the Phantom Rays a little bit further back. However, that does also open up the towers to like kind of a super aggro strategy. So it's kind of weird. Maybe we have to do a little bit of both. Maybe we have to put some like in the front, like some in the back. Like maybe we put our first like few in the front and then like half in the back or something, because um it would have been a way huger victory if the War Factory just like tanked everything, and then the like our air units like kind of came in slowly, where while everything else was already locked on. So it's kind of tough. Like I love the forward positioning of the Phantom Race, but it makes the War Factory play a little bit less useful. So yeah, it's just there's just so many minor details. Um, when it comes to this, like when it comes to playing Mechabellum in general, that getting your head, wrapping your head around it, it really does take a lot of time to actually understand it. Like, and you don't really even know what you're doing wrong until something happens like this, where you're supposed to win in your mind, and then things don't work out as you would originally expect, and then you see, okay, that's the reason why that it didn't happen. So, anyways, in summary, I think we've demonstrated enough about the alternate positionings of the War Factory. And then again, never click speed. If you have your raise forward like this, right behind the tower, never click speed. Like if you're going to do the War Factory play, because the rays are just going to suicide themselves. The factory is going to be completely useless in terms of tanking, because it's not going to tank anything. And I think maybe something to consider, which maybe I haven't quite figured out yet, is do we start moving some of the rays back, for the War Factory play, or do we just maybe do less of the War Factory play in general, because now the Rooster, he's already anticipating the War Factory. A lot of the viewers from Rooster, one of the view I played after, he was already anticipating the War Factory. So maybe we have to start like not going for the War Factory until we really need it, or yeah, I don't quite know. Like it seems now that this is becoming like kind of a guessing game, because if you guess that I'm going to go War Factory, then you might win. But if you guess I go War Factory but I don't, then you might lose. So yeah, I don't know. This is just like game theory 101. If you think I'm going to do this, then you're going to do that. There's no real way to like solve like a rock paper scissors kind of scenario, right? It's just mind games. So we're not going to go into the psychology of how mind games work or anything, but yeah, just be aware of like now the of how the meta is now evolving for the Phantom Ray into War Factory strategy. Hopefully that was informative, and it was a really long post game discussion there, but yeah, hopefully you found some value out of it, and we'll see you in the next one.